Hey everybody, it's October 8th, so that's Vloctober day 8. Can't believe I've been doing this for, that's 7 days now? Since I skipped the first one? Yeah. So today I figured I'd do something, talk about something I say at the end of every video. This is kind of a sneak peek, because I'm going to end up doing a big, proper video of this one of these days. But for the people who watch this, you'll get a little bit of a sneak peek. And that's don't kill yourself to live. And what I mean by that is, especially, it's probably been happening forever, but it's especially today, now that we live in such a connected world and everyone sees this kind of fake, stylized view of life. Instead of seeing a person's life up close and personal, you see it through lenses and through filters and through, heavily PR marketing campaigns. Which we all do. Which, to be fair, there's a difference between the public image of the person you put out there and the private image of who you actually think you are, no matter what the medium, whether it's online or on Facebook or Instagram or across the table to your first, on a first date, or across the table on your 10th date. It takes a year or 6 months to a year or so before you even get out of the honeymoon phase with a person you're seeing. At least that's what they tell me. I don't really know. So this kind of presenting self we give each other. And so, with that in mind, I see constantly people going out and killing themselves to live, whether it's a budget, or trying to lose weight, or trying to look a certain way, or work out a certain way, or, I don't know, pick something. And they do this thing to such an extreme because the people online are, fitness is a great example. You see these people online, fitness, like full-time fitness models, natural bodybuilders, not natural bodybuilders, that are freaking ripped, or the yoga people that can bend over backwards and do handstands for days, and but that's what they do for a living. They spend all their time working out and usually training other people to work out. So this is their entire life, and from a normal person, that's not really a good thing to say. From a person who isn't doing that for a living, this is an unmeetable expectation. So they're trying to see themselves and trying to act like somebody who gets to do it for their whole life and have, set up their life around it. So it's a completely unrealistic expectation. The same thing goes for most diets. Most diets are terrible, just horrible things that aren't sustainable, won't work. And even if they do work, they'll work for that long, and then your body will freak out and it'll be terrible. And even with budgets, people will see that they have this, financial hardship coming or going, and so they'll tighten the screws down all the way on their budget and completely destroy their quality of life. They'll go from, movies and eating out and bills and house and stuff, and then they'll go to some little bitty apartment and they won't have cable or the internet, or they'll go to a really slow internet and then they can't do Netflix, or they'll just completely destroy their quality of life. And that's the point. What are you doing if you make all these sacrifices long term and your life sucks? If part of your meaning of life, maybe not the whole thing, but if part of your meaning of life isn't to have a good and enjoyable life today, then what are you doing? I understand putting goals off into the future, and I understand sacrificing a little bit today for tomorrow. That's what I'm doing now. I'm going to school, and part of going to school is not being able to work full time, not being able to do a whole lot of things in the evenings because I'm at home reading or studying. And I'm living in a tiny little apartment so I can afford school. So I'm definitely sacrificing today for tomorrow, but there's an end goal to that. And this is completely sustainable. I'm actually kind of happy, kind of up and down, like normal. But I'm able to manage this just fine. I'm able to do vlogs and a YouTube channel in addition to working and going to school. So I'm not, stressing myself out completely. I have Netflix, I have fast internet, I get to eat. I'm doing my best to practice what I'm preaching. I work out so I can be healthier. And so my back won't hurt. And so I'd like to, one day be able to do these crazy things with my body, like bend over backwards and do a little bit better than touching my toes and do handstands for days. But that's a long way off because I can't put the time and effort in today. I can't kill myself to try to accomplish these unrealistic expectations. So I've got to think about things in the short term and the long term, what I can do today, and what I can do today in light of I want to enjoy today. I may sacrifice a little bit for tomorrow, but I'm still getting to enjoy a lot today. And so that's kind of the point of don't kill yourself to live. Don't live so much in the future or work so hard to be something and not enjoy the process. We're learning in my exercise psychology class the power of intrinsic motivation and how, for people that the class is kind of pushed towards people that are going to go into health management, fitness, training, have clients. And one of the things they say is, like we've heard it a bunch, is that people that continue to work out do so because they like it. Maybe just a little bit, but they like it. It's not just so I can lose a certain amount of pounds, because when you lose that certain amount of pounds, what are you going to do then? It's not so you can lift a certain amount of weight, because one day you'll achieve those goals. And then your extrinsic motivation, these outcome goals, they'll dry up. And then what are you going to do? If you're living your life to get some girl, what happens when you actually get the girl or boy? What do you do then? In Texas here, we have the saying, it's like a dog that actually caught the car. It doesn't know what to do with it. Don't be that dog, guy, person, whatever. Have goals and have motivation based on the things you enjoy, If you're gonna work really, really hard at a diet, well, make sure it's more than just to lose weight. Make it long term, to be sustainable, so that you can find stuff that you like to eat, that you enjoy to eat, that you can enjoy learning how to cook, that you can save money, that you can do it for the long term, and it's good for you for the long term. I saw somebody talking about a banana diet, which is freaking ridiculous. I'm sure you could lose weight, and apparently it's got a whole lot of good stuff for you. But can you imagine doing that for more than like a month? You would hate bananas. I like bananas. I want to continue to like bananas. I don't want to make bananas something I hate for the rest of my life because I followed some weird diet. So don't kill yourself to live. Don't kill your like of bananas. Don't kill your love of exercise or your love of sitting on the couch and doing nothing. If that's something you love, then find a way to put that in your life. And it's really not that hard. Well, I say that. I've been doing this for a long time. With that kind of idea of don't kill yourself to live, I saw people that would destroy their quality of life for something, a short-term problem. And I never understood that. And then I figured out what it was, and I was like, oh, well, there you go. So, that's my rambling version of Don't Kill Yourself to Live, the explanation. And you'll probably understand really quickly after you watch all this why I'm going to make it a video, so I can make it short and so I can cut it and make it more entertaining, more concise. Because I don't want to, kill your motivation to keep watching me talk about stuff. Because that would be not good for me. And if I like to think that I have anything good to say, it might not be good for you too. Or at least, that's what I tell myself. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed day 8. Hope y'all having a great week. Yeah, it's getting close to the weekend. Friday. Friday's a good day. It's tomorrow. Friend of mine. Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably tell y'all about that tomorrow. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't kill yourself to live. Peace. Good night.